balita at impormasyon sa loob at labas ng Region 3.
It has changed the way of life for everybody.
Raised its resolution number 30.
Tayo sa
Kami ang kauna-unahang all-digital
hello, welcome to Central Luzon Balita. Hello. It's it's a Saturday. God, it's a Saturday. Welcome to Central Luzon Balita, and we will bring you Open Fire. It's an online show that talks about political and social issues of the week. An open show for everyone. My name is Roy Bato. On a Saturday, I was thinking of Friday. I don't know why. Could be the weather. Finally, it's raining outside. Thank God. I was thinking Friday. I don't know why. But anyway, joining me live from Davao, Miss Beverly Lee. Hi, Bebs. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Good evening, Roy. Good evening, everyone.
Ayan. So, how's the weather in the? Whoa. There seems to. I've been. Anyway, how's the weather in Davao?
It's actually a cold night. It's a bit raining earlier. Right now, it's stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So, how's the whole week?
Pretty much the same. Like inside out, limited movements. You cannot actually. And malls are actually slowly opening. That's good, but you cannot actually.
Wait. When you say open, what does that mean? Like you could go watch a movie?
No, you can't. There are actually certain areas that you cannot. It's still not open. Like anything that's actually leisures, like cinemas, what you call that, kids entertainment plaza, anything like that. It's synonymous to that. It's actually everything is closed. What's open is actually the department store, the supermarket, of course. Hardware. Yeah, there's just certain businesses that are actually allowed to operate this time.
Okay, so how does it work when you're in a department store? If you go, you have to fall in line and wait for your turn, or you could just go and Kasi di ba you can't avoid. You're looking for stuff and then diyan pala yung tabi mo, di ba? How do you... All right, I've lost Beverly. I've lost her. We've been hacked. Anyway, wait. You're watching Central Luzon Balita, and this is Open Fire. We'll take a short break. Don't go away.
Yung pinakahinog na isyu ngayon.
Mga balita at impormasyon sa loob at labas ng Region 3.
It has changed the way of life for everybody.
Raised its resolution number 30.
tayo sa
Kami ang kauna-unahang all-digital news outfit sa gitnang Luzon.
Good morning, Central Luzon!
Online, www.centralluzonbalita.com. On social media, Facebook, IG, YouTube at Twitter. Live streaming, first wave, talking points at iba pa.
Ito, baka magkaroon tayo dito kasi
Kami ang Central Luzon Balita News and Current Affairs Group.
Okay, welcome back. Bevs is back. I thought we were hacked. Kasi nahack tayo, Bevs.
I was really talking, and I was just like off the air.
Okay. Anyway, so how does it work yung sa department store? I'm just curious how it works. Parang
Like same thing, you have to follow the provisions. Like you have to keep a distance, like physical distance, like a meter or 1 to 1.5 meters from the next person, and then when you're about to pay, if there's a long line, you have to wait for your turn and maintain a physical distance still. So basically, everything that's practiced during the MCQ or ECQ are still applied.
Okay, before we proceed, Bebs, we are flooded with greetings here. I'll try to read them one by one. Rama Mohammed, good evening, watching from Saudi Arabia. Good evening,
Hello.
Rama. We've got Manila G. Good morning, watching from Makati. I think it's already evening, so I think good evening. Janelle May Leones Espinosa. Hello po, pwede humingi ng tulong para makauwi na ang pamilya ko na stranded sa Lipa, Batangas. Salamat po. Sana mabasa niyo po o nabasa na namin. Janela, my advice is we will forward your message dun sa aming program kada umaga, yung first wave. Si Sir Dudes Pangilinan, yun yung forte niya, matutulungan ka ni Sir Dudes. That's every day, 8 o'clock till 10, first wave dito lang sa Central Luzon Balita. And then, May Trinidad, good evening po, pabati po. Birthday ko po today. Oh, wait. It's her birthday. And because it's your birthday,
Happy, 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 happy birthday.
ayan, happy birthday. All right, where was I? Fernandez Josh, good evening. God bless. Watching from Anao. Anao, Bebs, is in Tarlac province.
I see.
Okay. Posadas Eugene, gandang gabi po. Oh, evening. And Sir Dudes Pangilinan, ayan, is watching. Dudes, may concern yata, may mga family di makauwi, paki na lang. And then Tita Chris, I think she's from Quezon City. Hi, Tita Chris. Yes, I'm right. She's from QC. Good evening. Okay, so this is Open Fire, where we talk about, Beverly and I will talk about the issues over the week, political and social issues of the week. You could join us if you want. Ayun. So, first issue is kuryente. I don't know, Bebs, if problema to dyan sa Davao. Pero dito sa Metro Manila, I don't know kung problema sa ibang lugar. Pero ang problema dito sa Manila is this. Yung mga bill nila, yung mga bill namin dito, biglang nagsa-spike up. Imagine, from kababayan natin from Davao, he is, his name is Philip, a former listener also, and then former listener ng Cool 106, who happens to be the chief of staff of Boy Abunda. He's been here for so long. Sabi niya sa post niya, he's paying, his normal bills is around 2,500. Kasi nung, I think mga 2 months or 3 months, wala kaming bill sa electricity. So 2,500 to 3,000. And then when the bill arrived, it was around 25,000 or something. More, yeah. So he was shocked. So he posted it on the social media. He was furious. In fact, hindi lang siya, meron pa akong na-met. He told me that his bill, walang tao gaano, the bill is just 4,500 kasi condo. And he was surprised na yung bill nakita niya is 35,000. It was malaki. Pero kasi dito, you have to pay it in terms. So 3 months to pay or so. I don't know. I don't get the point. But what I don't understand is why is it so expensive? Even in my case, I own a coffee place, a coffee shop. So I've been closed for 2 months. And then I have a 3,000 bill. And then pag open ako, I get, ang bill ko normally if I'm open is 3,000 also, 3 to 3,500, maximum of 4. Imagine I'm closed for 2 months and then I get a 3,000 bill. And then not only that, the bike store beside me na nakasarado naman, they got a 2,000 bill na yung ilaw lang naman is bulb. Diba? Yes. Grabe. By the way, Daniel Alconestuazon, hello daw, Bevs, is our avid viewer. Okay, ayun, so, grabe yung nangyayari. I don't know in Davao, kumusta dyan?
It's actually the same thing as in the past months, right? The same thing, it's the difference that Meralco has actually overbilled the people there. Here, we have the LPC. I heard that they actually bill the people properly, but there's still areas wherein people are complaining, like, for example, walang tao. How is that still, that place is actually still accumulating some energy, and then they would be billed, for example, 500 a month or something, still big because there's no one residing there, there's no one staying there. All lights are actually off. So unlike with Meralco or your bills there, which is I find it so overbuilt to the people here, still big because they have this energy. For example, like January, they say they have an energy of like 1.5, and then suddenly, like, we're about to pay, they're parang nagtaas, parang became 3,000, and then you're gonna be wondering why, because you're actually consuming the same energy in the past. So parang I don't understand also, and I also send a complaint regarding that one, because parang it's not fair, because parang, and it's actually explained to me, baka loss of energy whatsoever. I don't exactly understand why still we have to pay for that loss of energy. It's not used by the person or the people. So parang it's not fair. And regards with your overbilling there, I heard that ERC actually is assigned to actually actually inform Meralco to correct the overbilling with the people, right? Is that right?
Well, one thing. You know, our problem here with electricity, parang pareho lang siya ng ano eh, para lang siyang mga manananggal, kapre. It's a mystery. Ooh, it's a mystery. You know, I don't know how they could, paano sila nagko-compute, di ba? I really don't get the point how, kasi simple lang yan eh. What they will do is, okay, ibibill natin to ng 10,000. And if ever, pag may problema, magko-complain lang naman siya eh. Oops, I'm sorry. Na-overbill ka namin. O sige, bawasan ka namin. On your next bill, it's wrong. You know why?
Wrong.
Kasi ang pera nasa kanila na eh. And imagine if there are a million na ganun. Oops, our bet, we're wrong. There's a glitch in the computer. Oops, nagkamali kami. They don't return the money actually. We'll just credit this on the next billing. And that's 1 month. And imagine if they accumulated about 1 million or so. 1 million, that's, diba? That's the interest.
That's too big.
Exactly. Too big. Parang too big. It's a mystery.
Parang bumabawi sila sa months na hindi sila in a normal operation. Parang ganun.
At hindi lang yan, ang problema sa kuryente ngayon, lahat ng Pilipino nakukuryente sa bill. My God, paano mo babayaran yan? And sabi nila, installment. Okay, this is how stupid talaga. The bill will arrive.
You're still getting the money.
Parang you're sabi nila, installment in 3 months. Sa Meralco, in my experience, pagdating ng bill, pay immediately this amount. And then the other amount, babayaran mo sa katapusan. Parang lalabas, 2 babayaran mo in 1 month.
Wow.
Ang pagitan lang is 15 days because dumating yung bill ko kailan lang.
Yes.
And then 15 days, I have to pay again sa katapusan. See? It's very difficult. And ang problema, not all, hindi lahat may work. Di ba? And then dito sa Manila, kasi pag hindi ka nagbayad, puputulan ka kaagad eh. So, it's really, I don't know. Mark Simu, there's a heart. And then Jennifer Puebla Pate, Mark Wu. And then, okay, kung sino man yung Arabel. All right. Okay, so, yun, Bebs, there's really, you know, yesterday and a while ago, I was talking to a director, one of the directors at GMA7, and then yesterday, in my show, yung problema sa industry ng entertainment. And we counted, ang dami palang apektado, yung live events, yung host, the caterer, yung gumagawa ng gown, yung venue, yung sound system, yung photographer, you know, ang daming kawawa eh. And then, kukuryentehin mo pa ng bill na ganun. Yeah, stupid talaga
Exactly.
Okay. If you know what, I have the money, you know what I'll do? I'll buy an island, doon na lang sa island, gawin ko Republic of Roy Bato.
Roy Bato.
Oh, gagawin yung Republic of Roy Bato. Yun. Tapos lalagyan ko lang
With
laki
that
picture
one,
nito.
Roy, with
Yeah.
that one, Roy, who's actually accountable for that one? I believe clearly that company actually overbilled the people. So who do you think is actually accountable to actually correct the negligence or this mistake that's actually done to the people? I think it's really overbilling.
Well, okay. This is again. I like to say the word, the stupid part. Okay, accountability. Okay, ERC again. ERC will just write a letter to them. You explain why, and then Meralco will just say, "Oops, baka may something wrong. All right, we just penalize you or you correct it. What will you do?" Again, balik kanina, sige, i-credit na lang namin. I don't know. Pero yung makulong, patayin, wala. So it's just cool, I think. So accountability-wise, since they have the money, so if they will pay the penalty, they can always pay. Pero again, they gain. Mas marami sila nag-gain. Or if they will, hindi naman sila yata tatanggalin eh. The franchise will still be there. There will still be Meralco. The president of Meralco will not be fired. Di ba? Parang wala lang. Wala lang. And then, yun. So,
it's very bad.
Accountability, I don't, yeah, they will just be penalized, I think. And then, they can always pay. And then sabihin nila, we'll pay in terms or ganun. But again, wala. So, it's really, you know, okay pa sana yung sa school kasi if sa school ka sa City High gagawin ng teacher kusiun ka, yan accountability. Ano ba yung Tagalog ng kusiun? Pipingutin ka, that's accountability. Pero pag kausapin ka lang, all right, you just like, you know, that's happening here, so there's nothing we can do about it. But well, okay. So that's our problem. Now, guys, if you would like to participate on our show, all you have to do is send us a message on dun sa message, and then we will read them. And if you feel like joining us here on our studio, we will provide you with the link. Okay, just let us know. Again, if you're the old-fashioned type of person, would you like to text? You could reach us over at 0917-792-2626. And if you want to email us, no problem. Our email address is media@centralluzonbalita.com. I can still read it on the process. Nandito lang sa computer eh. So, what about water in Davao? How's the bill, water bills?
Not really that. We don't have any issues with water. I've so far no, I haven't heard, but it's just the energy, or that's just about it.
Mm-hmm. Let's just proceed to the other topic kasi this topic is about I asked my friend, bakit sa Amerika parang nagpa-party sila and then
exactly.
they're on the bar. And we think they're so stupid, but no, they're not stupid. You know why? They're not stupid, Bebs. You know why they're not? I said, I saw my friend, I said, what? You were working and then you're biking and then like, you shoot siya and then it's like everywhere. And I said, wow. I thought they were stupid, pero hindi. You know why?
Why do you
know
think?
Why, Beb?
They're beyond stupid.
No, because mass testing kits are available everywhere. Parang kada kanto, sabi niya sa akin, you go to a Walmart, patest ka doon, it's free. Dito walang mass testing. Sa kanila, they go out, they party, wait, patest tayo. Oops, negative. Okay, party pa rin. So that's what they do.
In all states in the US.
This one is in Georgia, in Atlanta. I'm not sure in other states, but this one's Atlanta. So they have mass testing available anytime. That's the problem. We don't have it in the Philippines. It was stupid. Oh, so wala tayo kailan on May 31st ba? At the end of the month, we will be on GCQ. But the problem is yung mass testing. We don't know I don't know. Even me, I don't know where to if I want to check if I'm okay or not. I don't know where to go, or will it be free or not. And what will be the process? I really don't have any idea. But in the States, said my friend, you just go, meron sila doon, you just drive through sa mga department store nila, and then may swab. You have two choices, okay? If you want the quickie, so swab ka lang, and then if you want a thorough, they'll get a blood sample, and then after the next day or so, and then you get your na. So yun, di ba? So they can always party anytime. They could always do whatever they want. They're not stupid. Oh, kasi they have, pag alam nila, oh, positive. Pag nakita no, positive. Quarantine na yan, di ba? Dito, hindi mo alam eh. And that's the, mass testing. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know kung, I've checked the news, but I haven't heard na there's, even in my place, I'm from Pasay, I haven't heard na may mass testing na available already. Wala pa eh. Diyan ba?
Here in Davao City, that's exactly the topic in Facebook, right? Like mass testing. Even like actresses are actually commenting, demanding mass testing whatsoever. But in the Philippines, as I said before, the government's actually hell-bent doing everything what they can. And then I believe one time Secretary Roque mentioned about it. They do have mass testing. Mass is pertaining to a large number of people. They have this notion that mass is actually pertaining to everyone or all of it. It's like mass wedding. I mean, in mass weddings, it's just selective. Not everybody can actually participate to that. So mass testing is like testing a lot of people, pertaining to a large number of people. So that is mass testing. Now, in the Philippines, they have mass testing, but it's actually targeted, meaning only those, because of the limited, most probably availability of the test kits. That's why the mass testing is actually targeted with those people actually in need, especially in hospitals, right? And then just to think of it, that even in EU countries, they have shortages regarding that, with regards with the mass testing kits. So they don't do mass testings, I believe, for that matter. But even in, I believe I heard in Qatar, they don't have one, and which is actually one of the richest country in the world. They don't have that. And then even not in most states in the US. So basically, people who are like demanding mass testing, they do mass testing. It's just targeted, meaning to those who are actually in need of it. Okay, so mass is more like probably pertaining to a large number of people that can actually be tested at the same time, but not everybody will be done for it. For example, in Wuhan, I heard they're going to be doing a mass testing probably for 11 million of people in Wuhan. But to think, they cannot actually do mass testing in all the Chinese people because it's going to be billions, right? They cannot afford to do that. So it's more likely the availability is, and it's actually expensive, what I heard. And then that's why it's just limited or targeted to those who are actually in need. So basically, they're actually asking the government that something is impossible at the same time, but it's actually done. Mass testing is actually pertaining to large people, doing some tests targeted only, meaning to those who are actually in need or needed. When you actually go there, you feel something, then you most probably can avail for that. Leroy?
Oh, yeah, it's my bit. Okay. All right. We've got Manila G here. Sabi niya, if mass testing is available in the US, how come they have the most number of cases? No, this is my opinion. Number one, mass testing was available just recently dun sa state ng Georgia. Okay, number two, yes, ang dami nilang cases because some of them really matigas ang ulo. Imagine, may mass testing sila, pero they still go out, and then pa-check sila. Kasi the weird part is kung magpa-test ka, tapos meron ka na pala din, di ba? So yun yung problema dun. The people there, Manila G, is so weird. Pero according to my friend who works in a hospital, sabi niya, well, and in fact, magulo, it's very deep. I don't know if
you try.
No. What they told me. This is what they told me. Kasi what we heard on the news is about yung governor na New York. They have this that's from the Bloomberg group. They're a very rich group. They control the media.
Yeah.
Now this group happens to be not cool with their president. So there seems to be something. Sabi niya, huwag ka maniwala dyan. I don't know, sabi niya, huwag ka maniwala dyan. Di naman dito okay naman kami. So that's sabi ng friend ko. And I could see him on his Facebook, nag-shooting, kung ano, parang di ka ba takot? They have mass testing here. And if ever, sabi niya sa akin, pag nagkasakit sila, yung ininom ni Donald Trump na hydro something, yung whatever, yun, sa malaria, yung gamot. Weird, but that's what they say. Ayan. But really, here in the Philippines, it's serious kasi we don't know. We're gonna go back to work and okay lang sa Amerika kasi mga tao doon nakakotse. Marami nakakotse dito kasi we have to take the public transport. The jeepney number one, the bus, paano yun? Kahit mag-ingat ka sa sarili mo, di ba yung mga bakterya magdidikit yan sa damit
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Kaya testing is very important. And ang problema, wala tayong ganun. I don't know how it works. I haven't seen a test kit may nagpo-post sa Facebook. I haven't seen any. Wala po nakita nagte-test something na parang sa Facebook page ko kasi it's very active. Wala pa ako nakita nagpa-test. Or a testing kit. Wala lang. Parang, nagpa-test ako. It's negative. Wala pa.
It's like a long, it's like I think it's a long stick, to swab your nose with. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Korea, it's actually, they're doing that. Like everybody in Korea, they're doing that. Like it's needed. Like they do. I do believe they can actually do mass testing because they actually encourage people to actually go to a certain location, like call them, and then basically who are they actually encouraging to call or go to the testing locations? That when people call them and then for example somebody is gonna call, right? I'm not feeling well, I'm like do this, and then they would actually suggest somebody's gonna pick you up, like an ambulance, and bring that person to the testing location. So it's like a long swab, like a long stick, and they're gonna swab their nose, and that I've heard it's like really painful because I don't know how long is it. So that's the way I see it in Korea.
I was told, I don't know if this is true, but in Taguig, parang may bahay-bahay doon ng testing. Yeah, so bahay-bahay, so counted yun. So I don't know if it's true, but that's what they're doing in Taguig. And if that's true, well, good for them. Ang galing ng mayor doon, yeah. Bahay-bahay daw pero naka-count kasi sabi nung nagkwento sa akin, baka pwedeng makahiram, i-test ako, he's from another city, sabi, hindi pwede kasi bilang to
No.
So they know ilang houses, so definitely ilang test kit lang ang dadali nila. But it's cool. Pero I don't know, in my place in Pasay, wala pa. So I will just rely on my neighbor. I have a neighbor there, si Albulario, si Mang Canor. Magaling niya, makikita niya Okay ka. Mang Canor, okay ba ako? Yeah, you're cool. Ganun
Just by physically looking at you.
Yeah. Sabihin niya, okay, you will still live for 3 years. Ganun. Ganun ka ng dahon. ganun yun. Really. How's the in Davao? If you're from Tagum, if you're from Samal, how do people travel? If I'm from another place, I go to Davao, or vice versa.
I believe the last time I heard is that they actually allowed. That's what actually our mayor said, that during the ECQ period, that's what they're preparing for. Like for example, like right now, I believe they're allowed to actually enter Davao City because during the ECQ, no one's actually allowed to enter Davao City. So, and also on each different provinces. So right now they're actually allowed to ride in a bus, but they're gonna go through a checkpoint, most probably check them what they need to go. So they're gonna still be filtered if you actually pass, if you're not sick, whatsoever, most probably that's what's happening in a checkpoint before entering the city. So yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay. Um, let's see. What about so what's your opinion, Bebsa? What will happen after the 30th? Will life still be
I'm
normal?
not.
Paano kung wala pang mass testing? What do you think on your own wisdom?
Yeah, I believe, in my opinion, normalcy is right now. Normalcy right now, even to the point that, especially right now, there's no vaccine, is still gonna be the same ones we're practicing, like physical distance, wearing a mask wherever you are, and then doing like keep washing your hands whatsoever. So that seemed to be the normalcy up to such point that there's going to be vaccine. So after the 30th, I'm not really sure, because the way I heard and understand, if still going to be like there's still going to be a lot of people still not going to listen, especially in Manila. The way I heard that they're still like doing the way they want, like doing as they will, their desire. And actually, the government is not the issue here. Have you heard about Japan? The prime minister
Yeah.
there did not, yeah, they did not implement like the hard lockdown here in the Philippines. Okay, it's not about the government, it's the people there. Because the prime minister actually just encouraged the people there to actually, reduce their contact with people, like, with others, like 80% of it, and then encourage businesses to actually reduce hours of operation. And then they followed it. How is that Japan was able to implement that without even having to resort to hard lockdowns or whatsoever, or what's this and that? It's because the people there are much disciplined, unlike here in the Philippines, especially the way I look at in the news and FB. Unlike in the NCR regions or whatsoever, they do not listen. They just regard the matter like as if they regard it so lightly, without even thinking or considering that they could actually hurt other people in the process. Why is it so hard for people to follow through certain provisions actually assigned by by our government, when it's actually for our own betterment? In Japan, they were able to, like the prime minister just said, I actually encourage you people to actually reduce your contact with people 80% of the time. And then the businesses, can you reduce the hours of operation, whatsoever? They were successful about it. So I was just wondering, how is it successful in Japan and not here in the Philippines? Basically, the government makes it like a reasonable suggestion, and then people follow because they do it willingly. They're disciplined to do that, unlike here in the Philippines. So, in short, for us as a nation to work, people should actually work hand in hand, listen to just what the government says, and then we cooperate, doing our civic duties for our country. Is that so hard to do? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, actually, Japan is different, number one, because Japan, the people there are disciplined. That's true. Here in the Philippines, I would say the people are, in Tagalog, is pinagpala. Yung pinagpala. Pinagpala
Ano
means,
yan? Ano yan?
it means simply, pinagpala means, in my place, in EDSA, may nakalagay, bawal tumawid, nakakamatay. Tumatawid pa rin. Tapos sabihan mo, hoy, nakakamatay yan, no? And then sabihan mo, hoy, nakakamatay, huwag kang tumawid. Tapos sasabihan ka pa, pakialam mo. Pakialam mo. See, ang galing, di ba? That's And then ito pa, I'll give you a very classic Filipino stoplight, di ba? Naka-red. People are not allowed to cross.
Yes.
Magpo-cross pa rin. So, syempre may sasakyan, nag-go na eh. So, syempre, bubusinahan mo. Ikaw pa sabihan na mayabang.
Yes.
Nakakotse to, yabang-yabang. Ikaw pa yung mali. Pinagpala. Yan.
It happens
the right
here.
word. Pinagpala.
We have that here. Yeah. We have pinagpala people here in Davao City. Like, they fail to follow traffic signs. Like when it's red, it's indicating do not cross, right? It's so clear, like red light means you have to stop unless you see that walking sign whatsoever. But still, people actually cross because there are no vehicles passing yet. And then when you're actually about to be run over by a car whatsoever, and then they complain. So I would actually suggest that if people are actually violating the laws of the of our country, they should not be availing any medical assistance for that matter, so that they would learn. Parang ano ba, discipline such at home when you're like disciplining your children whatsoever. You do the best thing to actually discipline if they commit something, a grave mistake whatsoever. We do our best to actually impose like a punishment so that they would learn. Here, it's like it's nothing. They just, what's the purpose of having traffic lights in the street anyway if you're not following it? Millions, they actually spend millions for that.
Wait. About traffic light. Okay, wag na lang tayo sa violation. What I don't understand with traffic light is this. There's a traffic light sa taas. Bakit meron pang pulis sa baba nag-stop, go, stop? Di ba? I don't get the point na why there's a traffic light above and then may pulis sa baba. See, that's the...
Oh, you do have that there? Meron dyan sa inyo?
We have. Meron, no?
We don't have it here.
Tapos, ang problema, kung ikaw yung kotse sa malayo, you think na bakit ang bobo nung sa harapan, go na, hindi pa rin nag-go. Pero hindi niya alam na meron pala nagpapastop sa unahan. Diba? It's called brilliance. Yeah.
Yes.
At saka you know what? Alam mo anong dapat dyan? Sabi mo kanina that those who kumbaga fail to they cannot avail medical stuff. Pero para sa akin, you know what? Ang dapat gawin dyan, kuha ko yan. Mag-train ako ng mga taong nagkakabayo. May dalang latigo.
Something to be considered.
Yeah. Di ba? Okay lang kabayo kasi you know what? The problem with kabayo, una, pag kabayo, so ako ngayon, pag may malatiguhan, tapos, syempre, pag tapunan mo pag nagalit ka, and you throw something at the horse, that's, violence against, animals, right?
Cruelty to animal.
Yeah, so hindi pwede. So, dalawa kaso niya. Yeah, animal cruelty. See, yan dapat. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll take a break. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's talk about DepEd and their another brilliant thoughts on our education system. So, more of that when we return. You're watching Open Fire on Central Luzon Balita. Okay, this program is also supported by Jive FM, the official radio station of Central Luzon Balita, now broadcasting at 104.1 in Catbalogan City and soon in Central Luzon.
Online and on air.
Charlie Puth.
I'm only one call away.
Lady Gaga.
Live out loud.
Maroon 5.
And the memories bring back you.
Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee.
I like the music a lot. I like that there's not too many commercials.
This is Jive FM,
your community radio station.
All right, that's Jive FM, the first 24-hour radio station in Catbalogan City, and soon on Central Luzon, or in Central Luzon. Okay, planning to have a side business like having your own coffee and milk tea shop? Fields Brew complete startup package, only 69,000 pesos. Avail this limited package and get a professional POS inventory software and accessories worth 45,000 pesos for free. Yeah, it's free. All you have to do is contact 0917-875-4120 today. Okay, we have some birthday celebrants here. We would like to say happy birthday to Mark of Pasig, Christine De Dios, Roger Salvador, happy birthday. And to those who are celebrating their birthdays today, happy birthday from Central Luzon Balita and Open File.
Happy, 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 happy birthday.
Okay, welcome back. My name is Roy Bato. This is Open Fire. I'm from Pasay. It says there, Pasay pala. And of course, joining me from Davao, Miss Beverly Lee. All right. Okay. Nasabi ko na ba? Have you say hello to your bumati kanina? Hindi pa yata, no? I forgot. Did I?
No.
Yeah, I forgot. That's the You know what? I have this show on TV. Matapos na yung programa ng TV, nakakalimutan ko kasi normally, dapat pala sa show, you have to first greet your friends and, say hi. Nakakalimutan. We just, I forgot. You can do it now. It's very Sige nga.
Okay.
You would like to greet people?
Yep. I would like to greet everybody is watching right now. To my friends in Davao City, I actually informed them to actually watch because they were like thinking it's Saturday. So good evening to you guys, and thank you for participating in this show.
Okay, our next topic is about DepEd and their plans on the debate years online and moving it next year. Okay, first up, online. How on earth yung online? Di ba internet nga natin problema?
Exactly.
Parang, it's really that's really, di ba? Parang it's weird. But I would understand if I'm from DepEd kasi if I'm from DepEd, I really don't know also kasi the pandemic is worse. And then para lang may masabi, let's do the online. But definitely, they know that the internet is a problem. And kasi pangit naman pag wala silang answer, di ba? Kasi pangit naman if you're DepEd. Okay, what would be the solution? We really don't. We don't know. So parang I think online. Yeah, online. That's the thing, online. It's weird, online. You know why? You know why it's weird? Okay, I'll tell you why. This is why it's weird. I have this small office. Okay, I have a small office. And so we have a small software company. I have 3 internet in my office. Globe, Converge, and 3 providers. And you know what? Sometimes wala yan 3. Lalo na pag umulan. Lalo na pag gloomy. Sometimes wala yan 3. 3 na nga yan eh. What more, di ba? Mag-online class ka pa. Di ba? So, Mika, what are your thoughts on this?
Actually, I'm personally, in my opinion, I'm not really sure how, like you said, most probably they just give an answer. It's like an impulsive answer because if you're going to think about it, majority of the students do not have Wi-Fi access. I mean, it's not that the Philippines actually has this enough, it's not have this, internet to provide to everyone. No, because not only they don't have Wi-Fi access, they do not have computers or tabs. So it seems that there seem to be like indicating that clearly it's more likely only few chosen people can avail this. But the thing is it not that DepEd is supposed to promote equality in education, right? How is it going to be there equality in education when only few with this kind of setup, other students will be deprived of what you need to do? right? What they need to do. And then with this, with online classes, they cannot afford to pay that. They cannot actually have Wi-Fi access to do that. They don't have computers to do that. And then again, um, even in let's just for the sake of saying that, for some people who can avail that, even in school environment, one cannot guarantee the child will learn. How much more in online? The teacher will be the parents, right? And that parents is actually not wired to giving academic support or something, because maybe most probably busy with work, how to go about or keeping afloat with this crisis and everything. So how much more like you're gonna sit with your child and then teach, and then you're gonna pay for the school for that, and then you're the one teaching. So it's more like not a conducive setup for everyone. Actually, majority for that, and just to think about the people in the below the poverty level, right? Others cannot afford anything whatsoever, and especially right now, everybody's like focused on how to survive this because everybody's job is cut, right? And then you have to worry about sending the children to school, and then how is that they're not being considerate, like, hey guys, we're gonna be suspending our class today, I mean, and this year, because considering everybody is actually going through this crisis or pandemic. So but what I can suggest, you can actually like go to this blah 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 and access to actually to keep to stay informed whatever, generally for every children or for everyone. So I'm not really sure how they actually get that kind of response. So
that's true. And you know what, Bebs? Another problem is, diba, parang the bills are all piled up. Imagine yung nanay, wala pa nga tayong ayuda kay Kapitan, hingi ka pa ng pang-internet.
Correct.
Hindi pa nga nag-okay yung aking SAP or DSWD. Diba? Parang, and then, hingi ka pa, magkano ba yung internet? Di ba? Parang 300 na eh.
Yeah.
300.
Exactly. Just my goodness.
Really...
Another additional burden for the parents, for everyone else. I mean, everyone's not at every parent's actually uneasy right now, like thinking about it. And then DepEd has the power to actually decide for everybody, not just for selective few, because majority is actually cannot afford that. I mean, like I said, going back, equality of education is promoted by DepEd supposedly. In with this kind of suggestion, it's not equality. It's not even practiced anymore because others will be deprived, and then others selected few can. So, how would other children feel for next year? The ones who are left out, they're gonna be like feeling psychologically burdened because some of her or the classmates of that child would be like, oh, you actually parang ako na ngayon is like this na year and you're like that, so left out. So it's not good. It's not healthy at all for me.
What do you think should we do? Should we move the classes next year, or maybe on December?
As for me, in my opinion, as a citizen of the country, is going through this with everything. Like, I'm not actually speaking in my in my behalf, but what I can actually notice in the majority of people I'm actually seeing in the streets and everything. Like you said, also shared earlier, that not only the people right now are actually like worried about the bills, right? And here comes, you're gonna be worried about like enrolling the children in online classes. Yes, it may actually work. I would not actually this is actually for the children's welfare, but come to think of it, the parents who are actually busy like keeping everything sane with this kind of crisis, you have to manage the child because of course you're paying for that. Of course you're gonna ensure that the child is learning. You're gonna be doing that like personally sitting with the child. So every parent cannot do that. And then I've heard the majority of the parents will not send their children to school at this year.
Also, the other problem is this: what if you own the school, right? And then you have staff? So that's also my, I'm worried also. For example, you are a. I'm not worried about government schools because there's funding there.
Yes.
But for small schools,
private schools,
yung income nila, so tatamaan talaga, and they have payables also. That's another problem. So that's why they would be okay na may school na lang kasi para kahit papano may kikitain. But the problem is baka naman magka-COVID. Ang problem kasi sa mga bata, especially with kids, you'd say, okay, let's practice social distancing. Mga bata, school, ang gulo-gulo niya.
You would tell them not to touch your face, and they would keep on touching their face. Just imagine that.
Yeah, diba? We have a viewer here. Good evening from Davao. Hi to my pretty niece, Bebs. Ave, how do you pronounce this? Kasi di ba, minsan if you're saucy, it's Ave. Oh, it's Ave. Ave pag di ba? Pag Bisaya, Ave.
Ave.
Ave. Oh, Ave. All right, Ave. Could be kasi Ave is Eve, and Padre Pio there, medyo biblical. All right. Thank you for watching, Ave. All right. Okay, so you're right, Bebs. I think the problem is yun nga, paano nga ibabalance mo yan? Kasi kung ikaw naman, if you own the school, and I don't know, wala naman yatang funding ang government natin for small schools. Na okay, it's okay. You don't open, but don't worry, with your bills we will pay you. May mga payables yan. Paano pag may mga utang yung mga building yan and everything sa bangko? So
yes, I understand.
They really would lobby na may klase, and the problem is yung mga bata ang kawawa.
Yes.
Kasi kung walang klase, marami silang magsasarado. Ang daming mga schools na maliliit. So yun yung problema ngayon. So
why not they actually not make it optional? I mean, sorry. Why not they make it optional for, like, for example, for private schools, right? For example, they just offer educational, what do you call that, tutoring or something during this pandemic to actually keep track with the level that you're actually dealing with. For example, yung bata is supposed to be grade 6 na, right? So right now that the school, instead of like going to the next level, for example, the grade 6 supposed to be grade 6 right now, instead of like making that mandatory, like, okay, ang grade 6 ngayon, grade 6 pa rin. Okay, and then next year magano na yan, first year. And then how about yung mga bata is not actually enrolling right now this level, there will be grade 6 next year. So how about like for private schools, like offering yung mga levels, for example, grade 6 like lessons for that matter, so that they will not be missing it. But for the next year, for the next level, more like tutoring type of kind of offer gani. Parang at least continuous yung business nila as a private school or sector. But then again, not really like going to the next what do you call that level. Kasi if that's gonna happen, paano yung mga left out nga, ang dami. And then yung magpo-proceed, so parang lang ganun, parang ano siya, parang selective, only chosen few lang. It's yun nga, parang it will negate to the goal of DepEd to actually promote equality of education. So why not actually just offer tutoring services for those who are interested to actually enroll? For example, they're supposed to be grade 6 right now, so grade 6 lessons like that, so that for next year preparatory or something, or exceeding, and then at least yung hindi naka-enroll for that have an option to actually self-study even at this crisis. So for example, yung hindi maka-afford whatsoever tutoring, they can actually go through, like, especially right now, if not, they go through the books, or public schools, they can go through the books, or if they can actually, or they have internet, they can actually self-study, search what are actual lessons they can actually cater for, for that level. So ganun gani, parang equal everyone ba? So still you're learning, and still the business sector is actually having business. Parang ganun lang.
The proposal is this: the school will still continue, pero parang half online, half you have to go to the school. Para lang, so parang, for example, Monday and Wednesday you go to school, and then Tuesday and Thursday and Friday it's online, something like that. Just to compromise na at least kahit papano, I think sa DepEd naman, para lang at least walang gagawin yung, para at least meron lang something sa mga bata matutunan kaysa wala. Kasi pag wala sila matutunan, if you move it by next year, and if ever in the future, hindi maganda yung life nila, baka ang DepEd ang i-blame nila. Kasi dati yung DepEd namin, pinahinto kami ng 1 year, kasalanan ng DepEd yan many years ago. Diba? So baka ganun. So I think that would be, but again, sige, granted na there's Monday and Friday ka sa school. The problem is, again, yung how safe, wala ngang mass testing. Diba?
No,
yun
it's
ang
not
problema.
safe.
Paano kung mapasaway pa yung mga estudyante na yan? Lalo pag dyan sa, mga estudyante dyan sa...
No, exactly. Parang hindi maganda. Para, just for me.
So it's really difficult. Kaya nga, if you were
you have to weigh it.
CHED, so mahirap. That's why, imagine if you are the president and then sabihin sa'yo kay Presidente Duterte, sabihin ni Presidente Duterte, anong gagawin natin dito? Alam ko, sabihin nila, sir, ganito mga 1, 2, 3. Tapos tatanungin, sir, ano sa tingin nyo, sir? Sabihin ni Presidente, anong mas best? Siguro, kung i-move natin, kawawa naman yung ikaw, sir. Ikaw, Mr. President. Ang hirap nung gano'n, mag-iisip pa yung Presidente.
Oo nga, I mean, mahirap.
Malamang ganun. Malamang ganun yan. Kasi if ever, kung ako yung mga nasa department head, and if I would, parang recommend, at least mabuti na yung, bahala na si Presidente niya, yung sinabi niya wala yung siguro kusa or something. But it's really difficult kasi the problem is we don't have the facility, we don't have, unlike in the States, okay? This is just a sample kasi I saw yung my friend from the States came by sa Pilipinas. Sabi ko, yung anak mo naglalaro ng iPad. Sabi niya, no, that's from their school. Huh? Baka nag-YouTube yan. No, it's locked. Nakalock yung iPad pala. It's a different iPad. It looks like an iPad. It's an iPad really, pero it's parang naka-close sa school. So you cannot do YouTube. It's a different iPad. It's not for commercial use. Okay. So unlike here, bibigyan mo yung anak mo, sige anak, mag-online class ka, here's 300 pesos pang load mo. Mamaya doon sa TikTok. And then chat, and then kasi pwede kalahati nag-exam, kasi walang restriction. Diba?
Exactly.
So again, alam mo yun, parang binigyan mo yung pera, yung anak mo binigyan mo ng pera para matuto, boyfriend pa. TikTok pa, pabihira, di ba? So really, it's difficult. It's
a hard decision.
It's hard. That's why kayo, our viewers, if you have any suggestions, what do you think is best? Let us know. Kasi looking at it in every side, parang parang mahirap because kailangan, I would understand DepEd na pangit naman na walang gagawin yung mga estudyante. Okay lang yun, sabi ni Presidente, yung mga bright na talaga yun. Mga bright na yun, nasa utak na nila. Paano yung mga hindi bright? Yung mga bugoy.
Yung mga parents teach. Yung mga parents should be mandatory. So, it should be mandatory for the parents to actually teach the children so that by next year, once assessed, then they cannot blame the government for that. So, why not actually impose a law or something like something to the citizens to actually follow? We cannot. They should not be spoon-fed, something like that. For example, the president would say, "Okay, for example, the classes will be suspended," but assuring that there's a way for saying that you are actually mandatory to teach your children every day. For example, at least an hour or two of these certain lessons, so that they can actually still cope up with the supposed level they're supposed to be into. So, for example, if that parents actually gonna fail for that, then obviously the government should not be blamed for it because everything is actually done by the government. Everybody's it's just like at home, diba? Parang you're given like a responsibility. Now, if you do not follow it, what happens? Diba, you get punished, or you should not. You have no right to actually complain about it. It's the outcome of your own doing. something like that. Give them like something to be responsible of. I mean, like for example, like rations and everything. The people are not supposed to be expecting too much from the government. We're supposed to be we have a civic duty to also help the government in this matter, because money is not endless. I mean, it's not it doesn't fall from the sky. I mean, what else can we actually help? So we do our means to actually survive this, not actually just keep on waiting what we can get, right? So if only it's mandatory for each parent to actually like teach the children in their own ways, because not like you said, naman yung mga bright, or they're actually like smart children whatsoever. Not everybody is like a fast learner. So pacing, like for example, you teach the child like in your own pacing, have the child read, ensure that the child actually read that for an hour or two, and then after the next day again. So more like giving them responsibility to make something worthwhile during this crisis, not just gossip or do tinkering with Facebook or like TikToking whatsoever. So do something worthwhile, something like that, which should not be spoon-fed or something, because it's a hard decision. We're talking about the welfare of the children, but also we have to consider that of the safety of the children. I cannot actually assure that the school is actually clean whatsoever. You're actually trying to keep safe, but how about the next person? That next person is actually touching this kind of a material, and then this material you will bring at home, and then so happen is touched by the person who's actually having been coughing for an hour on that material. It's just kind of scary, right? So you have to weigh things. You have to weigh things, and then also as a citizen or something, you have to also consider like how we can actually help. So right now we're not. I'm not really talking about myself, but actually talking to the majority of people, because sometimes it comes to a point that some of the people are actually like thinking of themselves, like, yeah, I will enroll the child to this and that, but not everybody can actually afford. So how about those children who are going to be left out, or children who has actually reasons they will not be able to do that, like health reasons, especially asthmatic children. They will not be enrolled right now. They will not be enrolled in schools right now. Because there are actually other matters the parents are actually going through at this pandemic. So there's a lot of things to consider, and then to think Philippines is actually a third world country. So we're still striving to actually soar high, economically and whatsoever. But all I'm saying is that it's really hard. So I just hope each citizen is actually gonna think it through, and also that like put something like educational program for everybody to avail, so that like especially right now, right, since the ABS-CBN is actually no longer operational, so most probably that frequency can now revert back to the government, and then they can do as they wish. So they use that as a educational program, educational tool for everybody to access. Like for first year, they do this kind of programs, so everybody can watch.
So if I'm gonna ask you, Ika, what will be if you have your kids or your niece or whatever? What's your plan? Have them enrolled this year or go online? If Ika,
like
personally.
I said, personally, even before this, I already encouraged my children actually to do self-study. So because we have internet, right? That as a parent, that's a responsibility that you need to do towards your children. Encourage them to do this and that, not doing this cell phone thing only. So right now, I'm actually torn in between. Like, you have to enroll, or do you need? You can't, right? So because I'm still waiting for. Of course, I will not actually have my children to be left out or something, but I can actually teach my children at home. I'm capable of that. In fact, they'll be learning more at home, because I can actually provide them like educational tools, what they need to do, or direct them to links whatsoever they can go through. That I can do. Just imagine those people who cannot. So it might not be my worry supposedly, but it's more like talking about equality here. So it's like negating, talking about education, but then again, it's going to be selective. So just imagine the dilemma a parent can be into. So it should be that that's going to be saying something about it. It's not supposed to be the citizen or the parents should be worried about it. If only they actually decide, what needs to be done. Like, for example, do this for private sectors. You can actually have tutoring classes. You can encourage them to enroll or online classes. At least it's an optional thing. It's not like giving another burden to, oh, I cannot send my child to school. I don't have money whatsoever. So at least to those who can, they have options to can actually avail that. And then they're still learning. And then also it should be mandatory by the government or a DepEd, like informing the parents that, okay, it's going to be mandatory that you parents who cannot avail this, since we are actually, for example, if I'm DepEd, suspending the class whatsoever, you are supposed to be teaching your children, or you can actually go to this program and then learn from it all through the year. And then next year, they will be assessed as their level. So the parent cannot actually blame the government because everything is actually provided what you need to do. You cannot actually blame the government because they're providing what needs to be done, okay, because of your negligence. No, it's not the fault of the government. It's the fault of the citizen or the individual.
That's true. So
it's hard, right?
I said to my kid, okay, son, you should go to the internet and study. There's everything there is in the internet, and then tell me what you learn. Oh yeah, Daddy, I've learned a lot. Well, good. Tell me. Oh yeah, I've learned Roblox, and then there's this game, and then okay, see, that's good. But it's really it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Anyway,
how about you, Roy? What's your decision? What do you think, or what's your say about it?
Well, for me, it's gonna be if the school will offer online for the sake of just to para baka kasi malate siya, I'll comply with online. But if kung walang online, I could, if it's for next year, it's okay. I don't mind for next year. And I don't think it's not, hindi naman yan sa hindi naman yan sa again, it's not about in life, it's not about yung education yung magaling ka sa math. I'm not good in math. It's about yung how, as a parent, how you teach your kids yung diskarte, how to be, yun and I don't get the point also, why do kids have to learn Filipino? And then
correct.
Okay, I don't, and then we are, tapos we're promoting call center and everything. It's good. Okay naman I'm not against Filipino, pero parang it's not something like parang, I think yung daughter ko kasi nabagsak sa Filipino. And and she was like depressed. I said to her, don't mind Filipino. It doesn't make, people learn English and then here you are get depressed with that Filipino thing. So don't forget, and I don't speak Filipino, I'm Bisaya. Our president is Bisaya. Yaman yan. So kasi it's sana okay ang Filipino, pero it's just trim it down, na not in a sense na parang you can't move up to the next level, the next grade kung mabagsak ka sa Filipino.
Exactly.
And then yung mga yun lang I think they have to the education has to be innovated in a sense na parang may connection sa reality ng buhay.
Yes.
Why? All right, this is a fact. I interview a lot of fresh grads, mga engineers, okay, and I talk to them. They gave me the resume. Okay, so all right, so you're in IT. Okay, good. So are you familiar with open source? Sir, ano po yung open source? It says here, IT graduate. See, it's I don't know. Siguro balik tayo dun sa kabayo na naglalatigo. Parang maganda yata na concept yun
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Cheaper actually.
Yeah. Yung mga sa Bisaya pa mga badlungon, you have to line them up. It's really difficult, but this is what the show is all about. We talk about it. It's open. This is what open fire is all about. We talk about it, and as much as possible, we also parang think kung if we were on their shoe, what would be we look at all sides. We are fair, but if it's stupid, it's really stupid. Pero it's really difficult right now, especially to the president. He's old and he's stressed, and if yun nga, like I said before on our previous show, if I were the president right now, or if the president would ask me, Roy, ano gagawin natin sa Pilipinas? I would just say, sir, coffee? I'll just get coffee. Sir, coffee muna tayo, sir. kaya nga siguro, if you were Senator Bongo, go na lang, di ba? Mahirap eh. It's difficult really to answer stuff. Ang hirap niyan eh. Especially yung place natin, yung island natin. Okay lang if it's like in Korea. Kasi isa lang sila, you could transport everybody. Pero the Philippines, you have to travel, you have to cross, di ba? Di ba ang hirap? Diyan pa lang sa Davao, i-cross mo yung SIR, mahirap na eh. Pag walang bangka, di ba? And I have to go to the Ecoland, parang, di ba? Yung pa lang, di ba? Hirap-hirap na nun. That's already a problem for so many years. Diba? So, yeah, it's really, it's really
hard to be a president.
It is. And you know what? Some people are so, parang it's easy for them to say bad stuff against the president. Ang bilis na sabihin na, ganun yung klaseng president, walang kwenta. Ang bilis lang kasi, pero if you were, sige ikaw nga doon kung kaya mo. Ang hirap.
Exactly. Like, diba? You're an expert. You go ahead. Do your thing. You submit what you can do.
It's different. At saka, ang problema pa sa presidente, yung, alam mo yung mga, ikaw yung presidente, pero I think the word sa Bisaya, mga tao mo, mga badlungon. I don't know, ano ba Tagalog yan? Yung mga pasaway. I think pasaway is light eh. Yung badlungon mas grabe eh. Mas matindi yung mga sa ano pa yun, mga gara.
Delinquents.
Yeah, so it's really difficult, if you were the president. I think dapat merong show ang presidente na if you were the president, sige nga, anong gawin mo? Sige nga, patawag natin yan na, sige ikaw, ikaw nga, yung mga bright dyan, sige nga. Kaya tama si presidente dati, yung mga bright. Yun yung kailangan natin eh. Kailangan natin ng mga bright na mag-isip sa atin kasi right now, it's really difficult. It's so difficult, and it's our first time. Siguro after, of course, yung mga SARS and everything. But I don't know. I think it's first time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Na ganito kagrabe yung pandemic, right? Wala to before eh. The SARS. It's not that for the first time, everything was shut down. When Ebola was here, SARS, hindi naman na shutdown eh.
No.
Hindi nag-shutdown. There's no shutdown. This is the first time. Shutdown, even yung sa mga Maguindanao na wala namang doon, nag-shutdown din doon eh. And it's like all over the world. I think this is the first
worldwide.
time. Yes. That's why, and then, alam mo yun, problema paano mo isolve ang problema din ng iba. Okay lang yung kung ang problema sa kabilang country lang. Pero ito, that's like, di ba? Lahat eh. And then
like 190 plus countries.
Exactly. So it's really a problem. Buti na lang mga isda hindi nakakahawa sa isda yan. Pag yan nakahawa sa isda, naku problema. Yung mga isda sa di ba? Ayun. So really it's difficult.
It's difficult to be a president, diba? Especially the president is doing exhausting every solutions to contain everything and then to keep afloat economically. And then there are people downplaying it, the government. I mean, it's not that decisions are just made by the president. He has like consultants here and there, right, left and right, and then they're dealt accordingly, not a knee-jerk or not easily. So most probably these people like reacting like, oh, as if like they're demanding something, as if it's so easy. No, it's like the president's decision are actually informed decisions. So meaning it's having a consultation with different kind of sectors represented by different secretaries or whatsoever. So I'm not really understanding some people that it's not really easy. Before COVID, our country is actually doing well, and then economically wise, whatsoever. But this one,
Bes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Ikaw, if you were the president, ito. Hindi na lang president. Okay, the people are starving. Okay, sige. Sabihin, presidente, may pera tayo dyan. Meron tayong ilabas yung mga 2 billion. How do you distribute that? Eh ngayon, di ba, gulo-gulo na nga eh, di ba? Because pera eh.
Yes.
Sabi nila, bahay-bahay. Pupunta ka sa bahay. It sounds very easy. Parang, nga, bahay-bahay. Imagine sa daming tao, you have to print money. Alam mo, sa iba, they think it's easy. But if you do it sa buong Pilipinas, paano yun? And we don't have enough military to do it. Okay, sige, granted may military. Pero paano yung pag may mga tinatawag tayong mga bugoy? Na okay, may dala kang sako ng pera kasi pamimigay mo sa isang village and then sabihin nung pare, kunwari na hold up tayo ha. Sige, magpabaril ka. Paano yun? Pera yan eh. Isang sako yan eh. Di ba? How do you, number one, distribution lang ng pera is already a problem. Yung DSWD, yung SAP na yan, hanggang ngayon, hindi matapos-tapos yan.
Exactly.
Pero sa party presidente, ibigay nyo yan. Okay, ibigay nyo. Wala siya problema, ibibigay. Pero ang problema, yun na naman sa ground. Di ba? Isn't that frustrating? Mr. President,
it is frustrating.
Diba? Sabihin ni Presidente, anong gagawin natin? Sige, magbigay ng pera. Sige, release ng pera. Problema naman yung ni-release ng pera, kagulo-gulo. So, imagine mo, di ba? Pag sinabi mo Presidente, sige, lahat. Ito pa, Bebs, itong theory ko dyan. What if sabihin ni Presidente, sige, bigyan lahat ng mga sardinas lahat. Malamang siguro, iba-ibang mga brand yan, iba-iba. May hot and spicy, iba may Kasi iba, dadayain eh. Kasi maraming kumikita pa rin eh. Alam mo yung mga I think that's the problem. The patriotism inside parang questionable eh. Parang some people are like, alam mo yung parang sila, Pilipino ako. Oh, pare, Pilipino, I love Philippines. Tapos pare, ito may 1.5 ako, pwede mo ba? Sige, walang problema. Alam, doesn't make kaya it's really Kaya if I have the money, I would go, I'd buy an island and I'll call it Republic of Roy Bato. Part pa rin siya ng Pilipinas. You don't need a passport. Face value lang. Pag pangit, hindi pwede pumasok. Mga bugo, hindi pwede. May IQ test. Pa-testing dyan. May 5 questions. Pag hindi ma-answer, hindi makapasok sa Republic of Roy Bato. Ayos, di ba? Ang problema lang sa Republic of Roy Bato, kung malit ka na isla, pag nagka-COVID kayo lahat at nagkasakit, so again, you have to go back to the surrender na Republic of Roy Bato to the Republic of the Philippines. Anyway, ayun. It's really, a very interesting conversation, and you think technology is really, really good. I'm here in Manila, you're there in Davao, and we're talking, and yun nga, people are watching, and iba pwede to ma-review later, ma-replay, and it's forever because it's in YouTube, it's on Facebook, so our grandchildren could review this anytime soon in the future. So, ayun nga, siguro let's before we wrap things up, ano yung mga final thoughts mo on this? Again, you know what? Every time we have this show, this is our second episode, pero we always end up with a question mark, parang it's really it's difficult. It's easy to say na gawin mo to, gawin mo yan, mali niya. Pero yung talaga it's difficult. It's really difficult. Except yung mga ginagawa ng artista na mga stupid na mga comment, yun talaga stupid talaga yun. Hindi mo na pwedeng i-argue stupid talaga yun. Kaya wala yun.
You cannot argue with stupidity.
Pero in other stuff like itong nangyayari sa atin, which is really, something na sabi nga kanina, I forgot the word. I was talking to a director earlier. I had this show, everybody daw ngayon, merong parang nagkaka-experience daw tayo lahat ng parang simple traumatic or something. Which is true kasi if you were, especially if you're head of the family, and ikaw yung may family, ito malala ito website. You put yourself on their shoe na ikaw yung nanay, ikaw yung tatay, and then kayong dalawa you work on the industry na yung hotel industry or you work in a, 'di ba, parang industry na photography. Yun yung, 'di ba, how would you, and then the bills are coming. It's really frustrating, and then dadagdagan pa ng online ng mga it's so difficult, really. It's so difficult. Kaya if let's hold each other's hand and let's sing. Yung kanta na If You Hold On Together. If you hold on together.
Staying together.
I-play. Alam mo yung kanta na If You Hold On Together. Pag i-play natin yun, baka may madidemanda tayo dito eh. Yung, alam mo yun, Bebs, yung If We Hold On Together na song. You're not familiar with it?
Sa Land Before Time?
Oh, yeah.
Yun ba yun?
Yun yung, team song kasi ng Kappa yun eh. Anyway, yung team song ng Kappa. If You Hold On Together.
Okay.
Oh, yun. If You Hold On Together. Diba? O, ano kaya nangyari sa Kappa? Nag-member ka ba nun?
No, never. No.
Pero ako, I did. I invested. Kasi okay naman from the start. Pero, yeah, oo nga. Ganun talaga eh. Ibang topic na yung products. Yeah, pero maraming nadali. Anyway.
Yes.
All right, so okay, let's wrap things up. Your final thoughts on our show.
Yes, my final thoughts would be the same, most probably. Like, in this crisis, one cannot actually be imposed on how or one acts or think. Most probably, we actually need to do what we need to do, or in any way we can help the government. Like, sometimes I actually notice some people like doing as they will. Hopefully, they will be enlightened that the government also needs help. And then the only way we can make it work is actually acting together as part of the country. So most probably that is actually going to be a domino effect. So if everybody is actually doing their civic duty or what we need to do or be considerate, most probably it's going to be a better future for every one of us in this crisis, in the face of crisis. So especially looking forward for a positive, future, for example, like hopefully a vaccine will be out there, will surface for everybody, will be at ease. So yeah.
All right. I guess for me, don't forget to stay tuned next week again on Open Fire. It's about we talk about the political and social issues of the week. That will be every Saturday, 8 p.m. onwards. So if you have anything you would like us to talk about, and if you would like to join our show and live, let us know. You could email us at media@centralluzonbalita.com or text us 0917-792-2626 or simply send us a private message. Okay, so I guess that's it for now. Bebs, thank you very much for another.
Thank you so much.
It's another parang it's like parang exhausting na parang parang napiga yung mind mo and then parang wala din naman nangyari. Just napiga lang.
Let's stay hopeful about it.
Yeah, right. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Till next Saturday. Bye for now.